I need now to, I think I could have gotten a job most places on the East Coast in Division I athletics, but as luck would have it, Old Dominion appreciated my work and offered me a position to work with them after I graduated. And as this was all part of the plan, I said I would take it. That seems great, right? Like someone offers you a job that's part of the plan that you'd already set up, you should say yes, right? That seems good. And all the while, I don't even think that I was just doing my own thing. All the while, I was asking God, this is what I'm going to do, and if it's not a good idea, just let me know. Like somehow it's put a barrier or something. And I guess my parents asking me what I was doing, that didn't really count as a barrier. But there were other things that I thought would be a barrier, like not getting offered a job. So I was trying to be in touch with God and trying to follow the plan of follow God and look to Jesus. And I think I was doing that. Actually, I'm sure I was doing that because this plan was good. But what I didn't plan for was graduate school was really intense. It was hard. I had spent most of my life in an awesome, supportive community near my parents, who are wonderful people. In Old Dominion, I was away from all of that. And when I told people that I believed in Jesus, they looked at me like I had two heads. Graduate school is like way harder than any other school I had been to. And I was trying to work this job that I was trying to learn about and didn't really know how to do it yet. And they expected me to know a little bit more than I did. So I felt like I was constantly behind. And so Brandon and I, we met for coffee in the middle of my first year of graduate school. And he was telling me about this camp experience. And he told me a lot of things. And he told me that he needed a program director. Oh, I can probably do that. What does that person do? And he said a lot of things, but all I heard was they play games and they talk about God. And I thought, that's what I want to do in between years of graduate school. Like, that would be so great. So I said I would like to do that while we were having coffee in Starbucks somewhere near here. And so actually, you're not really qualified to be a program director. I can play games, talk about God, but that's and then I remembered, oh wait, you're not actually qualified to be an executive director either. This seems like this might be a good match. But he thought maybe it'd be good to hire someone who was actually qualified for at least something for that first summer. Anyways, I applied, and it turns out I was the best candidate after all. So he hired me, and I got to camp for that first summer, and it was awesome. I had no idea what I was doing, but I did play a lot of games and talk a lot about God, and just got to hang out with kids, and it was very refreshing after kind of an intense year of graduate school. So I was just going to go for one summer, and then I was going to go back to my plan. So again, I did that. I went back to Old Dominion. They had offered me a job right at the end of my second year. It didn't start till August. So I'm like, perfect, I can go back to camp for one more summer. So I went back for another summer, and it was awesome again. It was really great. Camp was really energizing for me to hang out with kids and share my faith and be with people, especially with kids who had not heard stories of Jesus before. It was really exciting. And so at the end of that second summer, I thought, man, I really love to do this. I really am enjoying this, and it's really giving me energy. And I kind of want to keep doing it, but I took this job in Virginia, and that's part of my plan. So I went back to Virginia, because I already committed to that, to Old Dominion. Spent a year traveling with the women's field hockey team. We went to Holland for 3 weeks. And then I got to go to the NCAA tournament with them, which was pretty cool. And then I traveled with the women's basketball team to Italy and France and Spain. And it sounds like it would be awesome, but when you're traveling with a group of 18 pretty inconsiderate college-age Division I athletes, it's less than what it seemed like it could be. And so I was traveling with them, and Division I athletics, you just give a lot of time to your job, and that was good, and it was what I wanted to do. But I thought, maybe I don't want to do this for very long. So at the end of that year, or earlier in that year, Brandon said, so you're going to come back for a third summer? I said, yeah, I think I am. I think I'm going to come back to what's really energizing me and what I want to do. So I went back to camp for a third summer, and I resigned from Old Dominion in that position after 1 year. And then I found a job at a Division III school in New Hampshire for after the summer was over, Colby Sawyer College. And I was kind of like on the fast track of my plan. So they had an athletic training education program. I taught in that program. I worked with their teams, and I loved it, but it wasn't the same as camp. It wasn't quite as energizing. So at the end of that year, when camp had a full-time year-round position open up that they offered me, I said, this isn't part of the plan at all, not even a little bit. But this is what I want to do. this is the door that's opening in front of me, and this is what I feel energized, and this is where I feel like I'm really getting to use some of my gifts and getting to learn a lot. And not that I didn't have that in the other jobs. So I took the job at camp, and here I am playing games and talking about God. I don't do a lot of athletic training. I do distinguish between ankle sprains and homesickness pretty frequently during the summers, which is good too. So that's a little bit of my story, a little bit different than Brandon's. More of a plan, kind of.
So I didn't really have a plan, and she did have a plan. But our experience in both cases has quite simply been that God seems to know a better path than we seemed to know. And I'm sure that most of you are smarter than me. Probably not smarter than her. But I think that God is smarter than all of us combined, right? And that's why I say that your career plan can simply be, at the beginning, to trust God and look to Jesus. And if you're not sure why you should trust God, here's one thing that he says in Jeremiah. My eyes will watch over them for their good, and I will bring them back to this land. I will build them up and not tear them down. I will plant them and not uproot them. I will give them a heart to know me, that I am the Lord. They will be my people, and I will be their God, for they will return to me with all their heart. My eyes will watch over them for their good. Douglas Adams says it like this. I may not have gone where I intended to go, but I think I have ended up where I needed to be. God will lead you in mysterious ways, always mysterious. Sometimes you'll understand those ways, and sometimes you won't. You may not know where this leading will take you initially, but I promise you, if you allow yourselves to enter this mystery and see where you will go, it will be very good. And if that is leading you to Bethany Birches Camp, we'll be glad to have you.
Trust God, look to Jesus. Classes begin in 5 minutes.